offense a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at it. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Gabriel, man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They try and run on first down, but this one's going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gabriel, he'll get this one complete to Terry Godwin. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they got the advantage.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones.
Ain't no way. I just knew that was a hit. Like, they gonna pick up
Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the Falcons score to cap it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago. He talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. Know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their mobile quarterback. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here, you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off the play fake. Gabriel. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
And it's complete. Hooper. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. So when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. This is Freeman. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is Field a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 57 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 21 yards away. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, they getting downfield creating extra points.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. On 2nd down, Freeman. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that, everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, 5'10".
Right back to him on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Kamara. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he's got some space here. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there out of Kamara. Give him 42 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, they weren't messing around. First and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it, 6 points on the board. And he'll run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Heading back onto the field, here's a look at Devontae Freeman now. He's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Gabriel. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short the line to gain. So they take a big chance here. Territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at my coach. Why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You want some explanations.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. not the time, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case,
and Freeman lost the football. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They run, Devontae Freeman. And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. So we have reached halftime here. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. The 20. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Here we go. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And an alley to run. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Going for a right side here, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will get the football at their 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. Now a handoff here to his running back.
And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They're going to run it with Murray. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Oh, yeah.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Big play there. 66 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 6. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And to give this time to the tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. 2nd and 4. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Saints on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Back to throw. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gabriel. And finding the tight end Hooper. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blow? He's got a man, complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Saints on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. 20! 38 yards on the scamper there.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run with Murray. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Gets fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Back to throw. Gabriel. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Now a carry here for their fullback. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll try to run this one in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 10. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Saints, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.